Hey guys, what's going on? Kevincage back with another daily cryptocurrency video. Like and subscribe if you like what you see, and let's get right into the information today. This is going to be a different style video. I'm actually going to be doing a more so 2019 year of review and go over some quick points listed here actually in this really well put together tweet at XRP Center. I'm not just going to be reading each tweet. I'm actually going to be explaining each one, so be sure to stick around if you are, one, invested in XRP, or just simply doing your research to see the type of progress that we've made, because price does not reflect what has been done yet. It will simply follow that, and it's a matter of time. And that is one reason why I am, a huge believer long-term in the XRP ecosystem, especially, from an undervalued asset. So, all right. Just bear with me. I got a bunch of links, and I'll do my very best to pronounce everything correctly. If not, let me know down below. I'm always learning just like the rest of you. So, number one, XRP Labs with Zoom, and this is the Zoom application. So right here, let's kind of check this first tab here. As we can see here, new product with Ripple XRP support. We got the Zoom application allows users to keep their crypto and fiat money, such as both the euro and dollar, in their accounts without any banking intervention. This application contains tabs, transaction history, contact info, etc. And the application offers banking service without the need of banks. This is very big. This is what's been going on for a long time. This was July of 2019, and it is going to be huge. Again, these franchises, these brick and mortar banking, banks that we see, physical locations, are slowly going to disappear. I don't know about entirely, but keep in mind everything is going, whether, it's cloud-based or just simply a mobile application on your phone. So this is the direction that we're headed in as a society, without a doubt. All right. Next up, we're going to talk about, I hope it's pronounced Zago. And right here, we can talk about this. And they are a South African money transfer operator. And Zago actually employs RippleNet and XRP Ledger. So the Zago gateway provides an entry point to RippleNet for businesses and individuals. The gateway, enables clients to trade, send, receive XRP, just, another gateway. Big deal, but progress is progress. And the huge thing is that, it's always sending seconds, and the low transaction fees are very, very essential in different emerging markets. And for example, this is really building the XRP liquidity in South Africa. All right, as we can see, market makers here, this is one of many examples. Ripple is doing a great job implementing and not only incentivizing these market makers and LPs, liquidity providers, to really develop the ecosystem. Remember, it is a marathon, not a sprint. Next, we'll be talking about CoinField. So again, we already knew the announcement with CoinField, the XRPL project. For example, right here, this exchange has done a lot of things, especially in terms of listing validators. So the exchange decided to go live on the XRP Ledger validator. However, it did not make any official announcement about the launch of its own XRPL validator, and I find that pretty interesting. And right here, just so you know, the XRP Ledger is a decentralized cryptographic ledger which is propelled by a cluster of peer-to-peer servers. It's basically the home of XRP being the native digital asset, and it's automated for achieving consensus from different participants. So I'm excited to hear a little bit more about this project that CoinField is working on, so expect to see announcements shortly. MoneyGram, we already knew all about that, and again, big things. Of course, MoneyGram's stock price was awesome. The XRapid volume is slowly scaling. Alex Holmes, CEO of MoneyGram, is, expressing this, talking, the benefits right here. For example, we'll have the ability to instantly settle funds from US dollars to any destination currencies. Remember, there are, over 120 different forms of fiat or, various currencies, and 200 plus corridors. So they're not live on all of them by any means because the liquidity has to be developed. But as you can see, he is beyond excited. If you can watch videos of him preaching about RippleNet and XRapid, specifically talking about the use of XRP. This is not wishy-washy. This is happening in front of our eyes. Next, and hopefully I pronounced this right, this B1X gate, all right? So B1X, and just so you guys know, there's, different public betas going around, but essentially, B1X creators say that they want to use blockchain technology to provide an appropriate mechanism that rewards internet surfers and content creators for their input to the online world, because in their creation is where the web's true value has always been allocated. Right here, Recently, the platform revealed that it has been building on top of the Ripple Ledger. Through a blog post, they explained why they chose Ripple as a background for the platform's architecture. All right, and you can talk about the benefits. It's honestly easy to choose for anyone that does their true research and, settles any FUD that's out in the environment. Next, I'm going to talk about Swell. Of course, that's coming November 7th and 8th in Singapore. This is Ripple's event, and as you can see, Ripple, they bring together the world's most trusted voices across financial services, payments, technology, and policy to share the reality of what's unfolding in global payments today and why it matters. And I think it's going to be drastically different from last year in a very, very good way. And I think it's going to be centered a lot more on these CBDCs and all the announcements we've been seeing with that. All right. What do we have next? Let's see, UBRI program to Japan. I'm sure Crypto.yt covered this as well, but UBRI is the University Blockchain Research Initiative, and Ripple's collaborating with leading universities around the world. They want to support and accelerate academic research, technical developments, and various innovations in blockchain, cryptocurrency, digital payments, e-money, electronic money, whatever, especially centered around, of course, any form of transporting value. Number one pain point today, cross-border payments. All right, so it's cool to see this. And again, this UBRI has partnered with 33 universities in 14 different countries. They've extended its global reach in Japan now by signing partnerships with Kyoto University and the University of Tokyo. So no surprise there, Japan is always one of the leaders when it comes to at least blockchain thus far. And then another point that XRP researcher made about, Spring Developer Program. You guys, I highly recommend you guys kind of check this out. And right here is just even on the website, Ripple's ecosystem initiative to build the Internet of Value. This is one of many use cases that will be, coming around. Another point, let's see where we're at. We are on number 10. So new potential for XRapid corridors. Of course, instead of just signing one by one, we are signing with different money transfer services. MoneyGram is a behemoth, but we are just getting started with that. Another one right here, ILP Interledger Protocol and Codius developments. As we can see here, gaining more prominence in the Interledger, system. And again, ILP, they're talking about various, use cases. There's different conferences going around today talking about the benefits of Interledger Protocol and how we can use it to really interconnect all blockchains and beyond just blockchains, value networks with, of course, an agnostic bridge asset, which would be in this case, XRP. So, all right, so as we can see here, gaining a lot of traction in this, and it's getting a lot of attention, believe it or not. So highly recommend you guys check this out. Big future ahead for this. It's getting serious attention. I'm talking about people in high places. They're well aware of the fact that we need to bridge these walled gardens. It's already happening with CBDCs, and ILP is going to be revolutionary, way beyond just mere cryptocurrency. You have to think bigger. This is going to contribute to so much for a true Internet of Value, and I just feel like people underestimate when I say these big words like IOV or Internet of Value. This is massive. It's going to become a part of everyday life in the background. We're not even going to be aware of it. And the fact that you're watching this video, that we're talking about it, shows that, we are the few percentage of the population that sees this trend. Granted, I'm so honed in on this that I'm missing other trends. So keep that in mind. And, I'm always happy to learn from you guys too, because I can get a little narrow-sighted or myopic. All right. Let's see. Talking about SendFriend and also gaining, additional United States MSB licenses or money service business licenses, which is good. So it's just way outside of just, simply in New Jersey for remittance payments. But SendFriend is a blockchain-based remittance company that works mainly for transfers between the US and Philippines. There's going to be a lot more money moving. Keep in mind, very small corridors right now, but there's a true pain point and we have to start somewhere. And this is good that we're actually seeing XRapid utility and people are preaching. For those of them that actually have corridors lit, they can only send small amounts of value at the time being until we grow. And the more corridors that are lit, the higher the value we're able to send and the higher the price of XRP will be able to appreciate. With more demand, more liquidity, there's more efficiency in terms of cost savings as well for the users, and it really is a cycle that feeds itself. Next, right here, we already know this. SBI CEO Yoshitaka Kitao. We will use the virtual currency XRP for remittance. 61 banks to use XRP on MoneyTap. We already know, SBI, 61 banks of, some of the largest banks in Japan, of the 200 banks in Japan. More than 80% of the banking network in Japan is ran by Mr. Yoshitaka Kitao, one of the biggest bulls on XRP, in my opinion. Now, with MoneyTap, it's a smartphone application, and it's powered by Ripple's blockchain technology. And he literally talks about XRP. This is not just Xcurrent, and it's going to allow customers and of this bank consortium of SBI or any users to settle transactions instantly, 24/7, 7 days a week for these users for the first time ever. And it really is the first app of its kind to be developed and used by, various banks within one single country. So Japan is leading the way. No surprise there. All right, so let's see. We're right here. Bear with me. What number are we on? Let's talk about... All right, I always say Imgur when I see it, but it's actually pronounced Imgur. And Imgur, we already know, the huge partnership with Coil, the big investment that Coil put into Imgur, and the benefit of this, for web monetization and worldwide access of, content is really just giving more people the access to Coil and recognition as well. So I think this is a smart strategic move, especially for artists. And this is only one sector, an initiative that Coil is focusing on. So awesome to see that. Let's see. Ripple's response filing in class action lawsuit. We had all kinds of drama. Where are we? We had all kinds of drama about that, but no surprise there. There's always different, FUD articles coming out. And then right here, just recently, in August 5th, 2019, in the new year-old lawsuit, a new amended complaint was filed on August 5th, which now includes several new arguments which attempt to back up the claim that XRP is a security. Guys, they're still arguing if XRP is a security. Even Barry Silbert, one of the largest investors in all digital currencies and hedge funds, literally says it's very clear to us that XRP is not a security. Ripple has until, mid-September to file its response. I don't really think they're worried. Even XRP is not a security by definition. The FCA, the Financial Conduct Authority in the UK, actually already classified XRP as a utility exchange token very recently. And it's very clear if you look at the guidelines. I'm not worried one bit. Even Ron Hammond, who actually was the main leader on the Token Taxonomy Act, just joined Ripple. Like, come on, guys. If you're succumbing to this FUD and you're listening to some Bitcoin maximalist saying it's a security, he clearly doesn't know what's happening, and he's just trying to appease his YouTube, fan base, and he's not speaking facts, right? They're protecting their own investments, period. And if I see something wrong with XRP, I'm going to say it because I've invested my money into it. And if I saw something I didn't agree with, I would let you guys know and I'd get the hell out. But all I'm seeing is everything by the book. I'm very, very happy with the progress, and not, I'm impatient with the price, but I see what's happening on the back end, so I am not freaking out at all. Next. Let's see, file. And then, okay, so XRP, they closed successfully. Their 50 millionth ledger closed. Awesome progress to see. And then what else do we have? It's a lot of info. What are we on? Yeah, so we're on 17. So Ripple, potential loss of 20% dominance, percent to veto amendments on XRPL's D-UNL. And again, guys, the UNL is the unique node list. The D is default unique nodes list, so I apologize about that. If you want to, read more about it, you can always check it here. But again, Ripple's bone of contention has been the transactions on this network that need to be verified by the list of approved unique nodes. Ripple's latest efforts towards decentralization. The firm actually reduced its default unique nodes list at a ratio which currently stands at 21.2%. There are 33 validators on this list out of which 7 are Ripple validators, while non-Ripple validators account for 26, 25 independent, and 1 unknown. And at present time, 78.8%. So it's good that we're migrating towards a more decentralized viewpoint as time goes on. And this is exactly what people at Ripple have been saying. They said it takes time. They're actually going to create a very autonomous, ecosystem in the future. But this is strategically the best manner of doing so by working with regulators. So you can say it's centralized, you can say it's 100%, decentralized, which is more peer-to-peer, and then in between it's distributed. And I, as an investor, I'm here to make money. I'm fine with the way they're doing it in terms of distributing and growing this ecosystem over time. So I'm not worried. If that's your main concern, find another investment. I'm here to make money, and I think that I will get the greatest return with XRP. None of this is financial advice, so always do your own research. All right, and then let's go to the main tweet and finish up here. So of course, XRP Ledger Codebase improvements. There was just a new version released. It was the 131. So it's good to see that they're always doing that with any, there's never been any serious bugs or anything found, but they're always just trying to improve the UX overall as well. So good to see there. And then let's see, 19, probably some updates from Faa.st Inc. You know what? I mean, there's articles. I'd highly recommend you check out like the XRPDaily.com or just looking up Faa.st and the documents released. I personally do not want to speculate too much on this yet. I'm waiting for more concrete info to come out before discussing this, but it could be a potential monster. And I know, Arthur Brito is involved with this as well. All right. And then 20 lastly is, let's see, we got, so we're talking about DevNo Prod. It's kind of a weird, it's really DevNo Productions. And then we have another actual coder programmer here. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, so I'm sorry, but Thomas. And basically, guys, we're talking, the founder of Ripple backed, and it's the startup XRPL Labs. They're focusing on investing into the ecosystem to grow it further. Strong foundation is key for future success to be permanent. So DevNo Prod, or however you want to say it on the Twitter handle, is just a Twitter account for a team that operates a data intelligence website, and the website's called DevNo Productions. And this site became really well known throughout the XRP community. If you've most likely heard of it or seen it around, after one of its developers, published like the Whipple site, like WIPPLE, and that has all kinds of unique visualizations and reports about the state of the XRP ledger. And then this other gentleman, in terms of various new XRP ledger analytic tools, covering the costs and creating all kinds of cool visualizations for the XRP ledger. You might not even care about these developments, but again, I think this is great for the ecosystem, especially for additional programmers to adopt this technology and for different developers to really start building on the platform. So you have to take everything, and actually see how it's contributing. And look, these are just 20 points listed, and there's so much more progress going on. But I just wanted to say, shout out to XRP Research Center. Give this guy a follow. It is at XRP Center. Give him a follow right now. I hope to do more of these. This is a really well put together one. Hopefully this video is not too long and, dragged out. And again, guys, hopefully it was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions down below, and I'll see you in the next one.